So, welcome to Road Trip Adventure, everybody. I'm CaveL1gther. I will be the runner for this run. And this game is a very, very interesting bingo game. It's a really old PS2 game. It's called a CarPG commonly, the genre, which is like a mix between a racing game and an RPG. There's racing aspects and there's also RPG aspects. There's lots of like NPCs to talk to and stuff, and there's a whole open world. So this is going to be a very, very interesting bingo run. I'm going to explain more during the run. So for now, let's just get it started. So 3, 2, 1, go. So first of all, you get thrown straight into this cutscene with the president, who tells you basically that he's retiring and he's going to put whoever wins the next World Grand Prix up against. He's going to like have a race with the person who wins the World Grand Prix, and then that person who wins becomes the president. So basically, your goal in this game is to race the president, win the Grand Prix, and then become the president, basically. So obviously, there's a lot to take in these first few frames. You get a random car at the start, for example. In this case, the GTR R34 Skyline. And yeah, so off the bat, this bingo card is looking pretty good. I see a few different slots that are really nice looking. And the idea at the start of this run is to not go for any of the bingo slots, actually. We're going straight to a particular location to get one specific item that is very, very important for the run. And you'll see what it is eventually, but for now, enjoy the drive under the ocean. It's a wacky game. You can go pretty much anywhere in the world. You can climb mountains, you can go underwater, you can do whatever you want.
I imagine a time underneath the ocean would be a good time to read a donation.
Yeah, it's perfectly good, yeah.
Well, we have a donation from Patty2Plays for the amount of $10 saying, I'm spending way too much on Black Friday. My wallet is practically Monka-essing right now. So why don't we donate during Bingothon? Well, thank you, Patty2Plays, for your $10 donation towards Fred Hutch. I'm sure that it's probably the best way you can spend your Black Friday dollars. But most importantly, and relevant for you, CaveL1gther, that does meet our incentive for Road Trip Double Bingo. Reach the end of the game. So you will have to finish off the game once you are done with your bingo board.
Well, not quite finish, unfortunately.
You can, well, at least get to the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, about that incentive, so as Lego was saying, the incentive is to reach the end of the game, which you use a speedrun trick to basically reach the final cutscene and initiate the final race with the president. But unfortunately, I probably, by the end of the bingo, won't have the parts to be able to beat the president. So I'll just reach the end of the game and then fail. That's basically how that'll go down. But really nice that we met that incentive. That's great work, guys. I'm really excited to do that, to show off the speedrunning tricks. So coming up here is a weird jump you have to make to get to the other side. I'm pretty awful at this jump. I've done a few speedruns before, but like I'm not that polished. So if I fail this jump, there is a backup strat that I can use instead. Yep, I failed it. I was like almost there. If I was going 1 mile per hour faster, I would have made that. You have to get like a really good angle to build up the perfect amount of speed, and then you have to get a good angle off the ramp. It's like really weird because the physics of this game sometimes, like, if you go off a cliff, sometimes it'll pull you up, sometimes it'll like drop you down. It's really weird. But yeah, this is my backup strat to get to the other side if I fail the jump. As you can see, a very interesting wall climb right here. This shows off the wacky physics you can do in this game. It's like unbelievable.
Yeah,
But yeah, this
you
is.
mentioned the precise nature of that jump, and I want to just hop in with a question. Do you think that this game is very technical as a speed run, or is it less technical in your opinion? Or what's your thoughts
I
on that?
think the any percent run is pretty not very technical. Like there's no frame perfect tricks or anything. Like it's all generally just getting good angles and practicing stuff over and over again. So I'd say it's a pretty easy game to speedrun if you do the any percent route. The 100% route I'm not sure about because it's very, very long and complex, but I can guarantee that the any percent route is pretty easy to learn. It's just a technically weird game because the physics are so out of line. So now I have to go talk to this man's wife because she left him for some reason. Oh crap, I missed the cycle. Oh, proves how awful I am at speedrunning this game. This is like part of the any percent. Oh, come on. That's awful. I'm so bad at this. This is part of the any percent route basically, is to do this quest right at the start. Okay, I need to concentrate on this. There we go. Okay, I got her. And now she sits there, and when I drive back to the guy's house, she'll magically be teleported over there. In true, beautiful, high-budget fashion. There is a faster way to get from down there up to this area, but this is just the strat that I use because I'm awful at that trick. That's a trick that, as far as I know, like only the world record holder can do it consistently. I've spoken to the other speedruns in the Discord, and I think most of them said they can't really do it themselves. But don't quote me on that because that was like a while ago. So now, by doing that quest, this man, after saving his wife, we got a set of really cool jet turbines because he's an inventor. And his whole shtick is that he obviously invents stuff. So we get these jet turbines that makes the entire run 10 times easier because you go so fast. It's actually so nice to have. Like, see how much faster that is. And now we can start the actual run. Hooray. So, I probably should have routed while I was driving underwater, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. So we have column 4. Looks pretty good. Listen to Papetrie's story, that's easy. All houses in Mushroom Road, that's relatively easy. Row 1 is also pretty easy. Where am I going? This is... Oh yeah, I'm just at this point by muscle memory doing the any percent route while I drive and look at the bingo board. Yeah, I think column 4 and row 1 is looking really good at the moment. Row 4 is also really good. So column 1, row 4, and row 1 are generally my target ones here. I'll get any of those two and see how it goes. I could have done the first slot in row 4 already back in Peachtown, but I'll go back there eventually. For now, I'll get all the quick picks in Fuji City because that's also part of row 4, and I'm here in Fuji City right now. But the thing about row 4 is that it includes golf, which I did last year, and it was funny because it took like way too long to do golf. But we'll see how fun that is. We will see. So right now I'm doing all the quick pick shops, which is where you get pictures of your car taken green screened onto random places. As you can see right here. It looks, the pictures themselves look really blurry because I'm running on emulator, so it's all like upscaled. Oops, driving into walls a little bit there. Oof! As you can see, the brakes at the beginning of this game are awful. All of the parts are, including the handling.
So, do you have a favorite of the Churro Q cars in this game?
A favorite? Well, the favorite probably would be my favorite car overall, which would be the RX-7 FD. There's a lot of Japanese cars in this game because it's a Japanese developed game, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say.
Oh, fair enough. Follow-up question then. Has your love of this game transferred over into the real world at all? Like, have you actually collected the figure cars that you can get?
Unfortunately not. I've never really been too huge on collecting like figures and toys, but I know a lot of people who have gotten into like collecting Chorokyu cars because of this game. Or these series of games. But a fun fact actually about this game, a really fun fact. This is the first game I ever owned. So my nostalgia for it is really huge because it's like, for me when I was like 4 years old and I saw this on the shelf and got this when we got our PS2, it was such a big deal for me because it was such an open, interesting, wide world for like such a young child. And I think it's quite funny that this game has followed me ever since then. Seems there's one quick pick. If you look on the map in the bottom left corner, you'll see there's little black dots on the map, and those are all the quick pick shops. And I think there should be a couple more, and we should be done with all the quick picks in Fuji City. I'm just going to count what's like in and vaguely around Fuji City. There are a couple across the bridge, but I'm going to count those as like not part of the slot, just for the sake of the run. It's a bit of a vague slot, to be honest. There's a couple of vague slots for this game that I'm not entirely sure about, but you know, sometimes you just have to do that. Now, I think there may be one more that I'm not sure if there is one there or not, but I feel like there's one over here to the right. If not, then I'll just check off the slot now. Okay, there isn't one there. Looking on the map, there isn't. So I'll check that slot off, and we have completed the first slot. Which I'm not even sure if I'll be doing that row, so it is... Oh, shit. I forgot one thing. If you'll excuse my language for a second. There is a treasure hunting maze right here. This takes about like 2 minutes to complete. Now, I'll tell you one thing. There's no... I don't know the route to this maze. But there is a trick. There's one small little trick. I have to go back into the maze to start it. There is one small trick to complete this maze without knowing the route. And I won't tell you, I'll let you figure out that for yourself. I got to focus a little bit for this because these corners are really tight, so I've got to make sure I get them right. There we go. Oh, that's way too fast into there. Oh, okay. I think it's... yeah, there it is. And from here, if I'm not mistaken, it should be right. And then... that's like the only part of the route that I know. It is a very long maze. If you do it normally without having any clue how to beat it, it's absolute hell. One time I remember getting really lucky and beating it somehow. I can't remember how I did that. Like when I didn't know how to beat it. Oh. These brakes are so awful. Something along those lines, Zernicus. It's texture related, but it's not the puddles.
I was trying to figure out if those were puddles or holes in the floor. So when you drove over them, I was like, is that a glitch or is that something else?
Yeah, they're supposed to be puddles. The graphics in this game are really, really bad, which comes from the awfully low budget that these devs had to make this game. This maze really goes on forever, doesn't it? But yeah, they previously only ever had experience with making PS1 games. This was their first PS2 game, and they kind of just ported over like a lot of the engine from their PS1 games. So yeah. And there we go, that's the maze done. So now we're just going to escape this water by doing a bit of funky wall climbing. Just like that. Now how that wall climbing works is really interesting actually. Basically, the collision checks for walls only push you back if you're going forwards. So if you reverse backwards up the wall, you can actually just like climb it as if it was nothing, as if it was a normal slope. I'm gonna skip a bit of the game here. Normally you're supposed to go along that highway and then you get like a little garage and stuff like that, but none of the bingo slots are on that area, so I'm just gonna go forwards into this place. And then I'm gonna stop for a refuel. And then go do one of the other row 4 goals. I might as well just make this a triple bingo at this point. Nah, I'm not gonna like force myself to do triple bingo, but it could turn into one.
Do I hear a donation incentive in the making?
I mean, you could if you wanted to, but
Name your price.
I'm not
Gabe,
entirely sure if I'll make it in the time. Oh yeah, there's a lot of lazy programming techniques. As someone who's like studied some of the assembly code and memory of this game, it's so messed up under the covers. Sadly, there's not a lot to exploit. Oh wait, where am I going here? I think it's this house. Yeah, sadly, there's not a huge amount to exploit other than like the basic physics glitches that you see. But it's some of the things are just so weirdly made. It's really interesting to look at. All right, here's the tire thief. We've taken him to the police station. There we go. That's that done. But yeah, for example, like the dialogue system works in a really interesting way. So there's two memory registries for the dialogue when you run into an NPC or enter a building. They're shared dialogue systems. Or yeah, pretty much when you talk to an NPC or enter a building, it comes up with the dialogue window, and what the dialogue window displays depends on these two values. And one value is the sort of registry section, as I like to call it, which is basically like it's a number between 1 and about, I think it's like 10 or 11 or 12 values. And I know it's between 0 and like 10 or 11. And those are like different sections of dialogue. And then you have a second value that goes between 0 and 255 that determines the exact dialogue. So for example, if you talk to an NPC in Peachtown's registry number it's either 0 or 1, I can't remember. But it'll be like 0 and then 12, for example. So it's the 12th NPC in the Peachtown registry, for example. Or if you enter the paint shop in Peachtown, it'll be like, I don't know, the third or something dialogue in the Peachtown registry. And what's interesting is if you manipulate the memory in such a way, you can actually talk to random NPCs in the street and come up with dialogue that you would normally see in buildings. So you could like force the game to make a random NPC display a full buy menu, for example. And it's really interesting because it's, as someone who has only really done game development in the modern era, I've seen this stuff happen in like N64 games and like NES games and SNES games, but I've never seen it happen on like a PS2 game. So it seems interesting that they were still using techniques like that directly in specific memory slots way after that era. It's really interesting to me.
Were you
I'm gonna have to
investigating
upgrade my
memory
past.
addresses for like tassing or something, or just for fun?
Just for reverse engineering. I wanted to see if I could bring any new like speedrun strats to the table. Sadly, I haven't found anything yet, but it was sort of just a exercise to learn about stuff. Unfortunately, there is a task scene in this game, but I unfortunately haven't really been much involved with it. Let me see. What am I doing here again? I'm actually doing nothing here. I don't know why I'm here. All right, on to Mushroom Road. This is just an intermission, I guess, on the way to Mushroom Road. Mushroom Road's pretty cool. It's just mushrooms. I'm just going to bounce off there, for example, and bounce off there. You know, normal car stuff. That was all unintentional, by the way, so I'm not really good at calculating those, I just happened to do that. Alright, now we're in Mushroom Road. Need to deliver a fluffy mushroom. I know where the fluffy mushroom is, I don't know where I have to give it to, but I guess I'll find that out on the way. Where is it? Could have sworn it's somewhere here. Oh, there it is. might actually have to look up where I have to bring this, because I don't think there's any other NPCs in this town, as far as I know. No. But while I'm here, I think it's time for golf. So let's do golf. Let's score some under 36 in golf, shall we? Whew. Okay, let's see. I haven't done this in ages. I gotta make sure I get this right. It's golf time, baby. This happened last bingo and it's happening again. Last Bingothon, rather. This is agonizing, because you have to wait for the ball to finish landing every single time. Alright, there we go. Let's see if we can get a direct line of sight to the pole here. Alright. Oh, not enough not enough I'm really messing up my words here. Not enough speed. I was trying to say speed and momentum, but I just said both at the same time, I guess. Mead and spomentum. Words. Right. Ooh. Ooh. It should be in. Oh my god. That's so tense. Alright. Get that birdie. Mead. Classic. Skyrim. I love Skyrim. It's the Elder Scrolls are so jank, but they're some of my favorite games ever. Because they're just so fun. I feel like my lust for open world games like Elder Scrolls and Minecraft and stuff, it must stem a little bit from this, because I played this at such a young age. And this has such a massive open world.
Fantastic second shot here. on the par 5.
I'm one of those. I'm actually one of those. I'm actually one of those rare people that actually plays golf in real life, so this is quite interesting for me.
I used to play golf in high school, though it's a bit embarrassing. I was never any good at it. So my senior year, right, because you have to do a sport every semester, so golf was my spring sport. And so my senior year, I obviously was not very good at golf, and the coach said to me, okay, well, you're a senior, but you're not making the varsity team. And I'm like, well, okay, I know that. And he's like, but I'm also not going to play you on the JV squad because I need to play the freshmen and sophomores. And so I'm like, well, then what do I do? And he's like, well, you can hit balls in the driving range. I was like, how about I just don't show up? And that was how I spent my spring sport in high school. Was not showing up to golf.
Lovely.
So, love the game. It's a lot of fun to play. Just never any good at it.
Oh, I could have got a hole in one there. Damn it. I should have wound up more.
And see, for me, golf is an excuse to get drunk with friends and go for a walk in some lovely green grass. Occasionally hit a ball in the correct direction and not break people's windows.
I actually used to live on a golf course, and we would frequently have like broken windows. It was fun.
I'd imagine the insurance payments are a little higher.
Well, I was a bit too young to know then.
Well, as you're teeing off for your drive on the par 5, I'd like to remind you all that we do have some upcoming games, but further down the line, there is a bid war for Hollow Knight. So it is not the next game and not the game after that, but the game after that. We have Hollow Knight, which will be a bingo between Jason ILTG and Mathulu, which is a spoiler double anti-bingo. But there is a bid incentive to whether they should kill or bow to Mila. Bow to Mila is currently up at $10. Kill Mila has no donations so far, so if you wish to dictate the outcome of that incentive, please feel free to donate. Links are available in the chat and below the stream. It looks like while I was reading that off, you ended up in the bunker.
Yeah, but I still got the eagle, so
Yeah, that works.
It works. The bunkers aren't very punishing in this game, clearly. So, yeah.
I suppose
the
when
sand
you're
trap reduces the bouncing, so it might actually save time. That's a good point, Zenicus.
I was going to say, when your club is a car with rocket boosters, I don't think the surface much matters.
That is quite true.
So are
Well,
you
except
specifically
when
aiming
it's water.
to hit the pin every time?
Yes. The flag instantly stops all of the ball's momentum, so it goes straight down into the hole.
Figured that's what you were doing.
Yep, it's quite an interesting strategy. I don't know why they programmed it that way, but it's a nice thing to have, I guess. Three more holes to go. Oh god, not this one. This one's agonizing. Oh no. This is just hit the ball in the straight line until it eventually reaches the flag.
Well, you are 9 under par, so you're doing pretty well for...
I guess. But the timer is always ticking, and that's the unfortunate part of this hole.
Yeah, I don't know what golf course should have a 1,300-yard par 5. I don't even think teeing up Tiger Woods could make that. Or Phil Mickelson, whoever. Who did you follow professional golf at all? Did you have like a favorite player?
No. I don't think I've ever followed professional golf in my life.
There was a time when I did.
I kind of just play it casually.
Yeah. My favorite was Phil Mickelson because he was a left-handed player and I was a lefty. So.
Oh, I'm a lefty as well.
Well, there you go.
But I don't know if I play golf left-handed. I can't remember. I think I do play it right-handed. Otherwise, I would have to buy special clubs.
Yeah, can't use righty clubs. You'll have a bad time.
Growing up, I actually never knew that you had to use left-handed scissors. So I would always cut stuff really badly in school, and then realize, wait, you can actually buy left-handed scissors.
Now the scissors in school were always those terrible ones that were ambidextrous, but that meant they were uncomfortable for both right-handed and left-handed people because they were just the circles as opposed to the hand shapes.
Yeah. I recently had to cut a cable tie with a right-handed scissors, and it was the worst thing in my life.
I gotta say, the physics for this golf game, it looks like you're driving the ball through, like, tapioca. Like, it slows down significantly while in air.
Yep. It's a weird one, alright. I don't know how to describe it, to be honest. I kind of missed the flagpole there, and it's very unfortunate.
Unfortunately, putting yourself in the hole doesn't seem to count.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. There's also a football minigame / soccer if you're American. Sadly, I won't be doing that in this run.
Hey, you got yourself a pair of Americans right here, don't you?
I certainly do.
Kindly to those Europeans who call it football, because football involves hand egg.
Yes, I'm so glad you mentioned that.
Oh my god, no, why is it going to the wall again? Oh!
See, soccer, you kick the ball with your foot. But in football, you throw a hand egg.
If only I made this hole and hit the flagpole.
Yeah, you sort of...
Now I'm gonna have to do this.
Can you chip it a little bit? Get it out from behind the wall? Or you're gonna reverse into it? That works.
Yeah, that works.
Is there a gimme? Is there like if you're double par, do they just give you the hole, or do you have to always get it in?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever managed that.
Well, you're
I don't
two
think I've
shots
ever been
away.
that
So
bad at this
that's the reason
minigame.
why I'm asking.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Get in there.
There we go.
That's
Finally.
never happened before.
I've never done so terribly on this hole, but I guess there you go. I made it worse for myself.
Well, you have a buffer, so.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, this is a really weird one. I never know how to approach this properly. Oh no, not on the angle. Okay.
I think the sand trap doesn't seem that bad there.
Yeah, it's fine in the sand trap, but not like on the slope, because then it's kind of weird to hit in a straight line. I'll see if I can manage it though. Oh. It's a par 4, so I should be good.
Yeah, not
Should
bad.
even get an extra point there. If I don't... Oh! Okay. That went way slower than I expected it to. Holy moly. For the bingo slot I'm going for, I do have to be under par, but I should be fine. Because I'm 5 under.
Under now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is by far the slowest part of the race. I mean, of the run. But it's a nice chill bit of golf, you know, just kicking back and enjoying the sights and sounds of golf with cars. Oh no, it's going to go in the water, isn't it? That's not good. In the water, it goes really slowly. Okay, it should be fine.
Yeah, just chip it over the lake, and you can click off the goal.
Yep. And that's the final hole. Let's hope it hits the flagpole. Oh no! No, 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 no. That's the last thing I wanted. Okay, it's not getting too close to the wall, so we should be fine.
Yeah, you got some room behind it to maneuver.
Yeah. I was hitting so many flagpoles this whole time, and now I just threw it all in the in the river, in the trash, in the dump, in the whatever you want to put there. I'm just going to take this nice and slow. No, that's fine. That's fine. I've got one more shot. Just to round it off. A nice little tap to round off the goal. And there we are.
Fantastic
Nice.
showing here from CaveL1gther driving the blue sedan. Fantastic showing here at Pebble Beach. A beautiful 5 under par finish for his game today.
Thank you very much. And nice soundboard. All right, now let's continue with the rest of the run. Go under this floating tree right here and towards White Mountain, where I won't be doing anything. I'll actually be going straight past it into the water. Actually, wait, no, I can't. I need to meet the black bus Orpheus, but I can't do that right now because, unfortunately, I am... It's not nighttime. It needs to be nighttime to meet him. Whoa! Alright, here we are. I'm gonna just enter the Q's factory so I can warp here later, in case I need to go back. I don't think I will. But just in case. Yeah, I can't do Orpheus right now, so I'm going to actually warp back to Peach Town to do two things. So actually it's good that I got the warp there because I wasn't thinking straight. Right. Let's do the Peach doll. So first I have to find this person's lost wallet. Got it. Yes, the terrain does affect your traction. Speaking of, I'm actually going to go buy some parts to make that better. Just to improve my quality of life on this run. I'm going to buy the steering, actually. I'm not sure if I should get sports or off-road. Well, I mean, I can't get sports because I don't have the money, so I mean, I might as well get... Actually, let me check. I'm not very used to the normal tires, so I need to check what their stats are so that I can compare it with the off-roads. Let's see. Oh, okay, that's 3 stars on road. So if I get the off-road, I get the off-road boost and don't lose any road. I don't lose any road traction, so I should be fine. Yeah, that steering instantly feels way better. And then I'll get the off-road tires just to make this a bit smoother and easier for my life. Let's get some off-road tires and then we're good to go. It's unfortunate you don't do any racing in these speedruns. I mean, in these bingo runs. If I did a blackout, I'd probably have to, but... yeah. You'll see a bit of racing at the end, but I won't win. I certainly won't win. Okay, so now I saved that... oh yeah, I need to go back into the police station again, actually. Yeah, some of the goals did have racing, but most of them are, like, way too far. A blackout. Oh, I can't imagine how long a blackout bingo would take. Probably like 3 hours. I wouldn't even know how to route that, to be honest. Yes, okay. So from the police station, we got a token for a free Peach doll. And then we go to the Peach FM radio station to cash that in and get the doll. And now I'm going to go over to this house over here because it contains all the listings for the locations of the gems, and I don't know them off by heart. Alright. So, the yellow topaz, I don't care about that. The blue sapphire, I don't care. Red ruby. Okay, that's the one under the water, and green is the other one under the water, so we should be good. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Don't repeat. Okay, good. It's like the bloody owl from Ocarina of Time. The gems are not randomized, no. I just don't remember most of them because I don't do 100% runs. So sometimes I have to look some stuff up. It is what it is. I don't know why I'm driving. I could just walk to White Mountain. And I'll do 2 things here. And then I'll be on my way. It's 5 o'clock in game. I don't know if that's late enough for Orpheus to show up. I know he shows up at night, but I don't think 5. I think it's like 6 o'clock that he shows up. Wait, why was I actually delivering them? Why was I worrying about delivering the mushroom to Shirley earlier? I don't care about that. Oh yeah, let me go in here and get the underwater parts from this guy. Makes my life 10 times easier. Oh no, he got rid of the jet turbines. Oh, whatever, that's fine. Improves handling a lot anyway, so it's good. Okay, Orpheus is here, so there he is. Hello, Orpheus. He loves to drive around underwater. Meet the black bus, Orpheus. We did it. There's 1 row done. Hooray! Congratulations. Single bingo complete, and now we have to do the double bingo. There's the green emerald. Got that. And now we'll go to San Polis to get the red ruby. Put the jet turbine back on. Oh, this handling is so much better with the wing. Oh my god, that's unbelievable. I've never noticed how big of a difference it makes. Alright. There it is over there, you can see it in the distance. With my cheating widescreen patch. There we go. Collect red ruby. Now we have two more slots to go, and we should be good. We should be good for the run. I don't know why I said did, but you get the idea. It's time to go motivate the mayor. This is basically just a quest where you have to like select the right dialogue options when you talk to him.
And here I was hoping it would be more of a mafia shakedown situation.
I came here to race. Yes. Wow, he's
Mr.
impressed
Mayor,
that I'm racing with heat.
I say, yeah, Mr. Mayor, I'm here to motivate you. Motivate you out of town.
Like classic mafia boss. Right. Now we got to go to Cloud Hill. We're going to do a bit of speedrunning tricks here. I don't know if I could do it with these tires, because I know, funnily enough, better tires make this trick harder. But I managed to do it just fine, so I'm up the wall. All right, going up. Oh, I didn't check Mayo is motivated. That is correct. Thank you, Lbot. Or iBot. I can't read your name properly. Oh, that's not good. That's not ideal. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. I'm botching this trick completely, but that's fine. I have 20 minutes anyway. I should be good. All right. There we go. Into Cloud Hill. That's a relatively hard trick, but it should be fine. It should be fine in most runs. Some people find it harder, but I find that to be pretty easy. Like normally, I think the world record like lines it up really precisely, but I don't do that at all. I just kind of gauge it with my eyes. And now we're going to go do the duck quiz. I can't remember where the duck's house is. Is it this one? Oh, I got it right. I got it right first time. I didn't even know that. Okay. So, here's the quiz. How many coconuts are there around it? I was skipping dialogue and forgot to answer the question correctly. I might just guess this question because I'm not sure. Well, I might guess most of these questions because they're like pretty obscure. I think it's 3. It's correct. Okay. I'll come up with more questions. Okay. I don't know how many questions there are. I haven't done this in ages. This time it'll be a difficult one. Okay. What's the name of the princess in the Fuji City Castle? I know this one. It's Nanaha. Okay. I guess Diaz's cycle just appears in that same spot every time I exit the building. Right. It's the color of the roof of the paint shop in San Polis. I think it's red. Okay, it's wrong. It must be like yellow, pink, or green. Well, I don't know. Is it? I'm inclined to say pink. Okay, that's wrong. It's funny, you can just guess like 50 times.
I was going to ask if there was any penalty.
No, there's no penalty at all. Which is funny, because I mean, there's a lot of really like weird things in this game that should have penalty, but don't. This is just one of them. It's like you can just guess it over and over again. Doesn't matter. Okay, it's the one answer that I didn't pick. That's nice.
As is tradition.
It's like trying to fit in a bloody USB slot.
Yeah, you have to get the correct USB superposition because you have to rotate it 3 times.
You have to line up like the atoms perfectly.
Oh, thank God for USB-C.
Oh, was that all of them? I think
That
I
was
just...
the last prize, I think. Answered all questions correct. GG.
I wasn't even paying enough attention. Okay, well, the run's over then. That's double bingo done.
Nice.
But you still
And
got
now
one
I'm
more
gonna
thing to
do
do, don't you?
Yes, I do have one more thing to do. I don't believe. Okay, now it is time to do the speedrun strat. The lovely speedrun strat. Honk for you.
Yeah, I was gonna demand you equip the duck horn.
Oh yeah, the duck stuff. There's tons of duck stuff. I should okay. I have enough time, so before I do the speedrun trick, I'm going to equip all of the duck items. All of them. Alright, what have we got here? We've got the duck horn, we've got the duck meter, and we've got the duck. Right, let's go. We're going to duck it up. There you go. Now, this is a less boxy car, so this is going to be hard to line up, but I'll give it a go anyway. Because you have to like line up the hitboxes in this trick. Alright, so here we go. You push him like this, and then you do this, and then you go like... I think this should be the right angle. Okay, no, it's not. This is going to take a bit of trial and error.
I have to say the speedometer is a thing of beauty.
It is pretty wonderful. There we go. Okay, that is known as the Obama skip, because we are about to skip past the president's gate in a very, very, very weird way. Oh no, I messed it up. I clicked the dialogue too many times. Damn it. That's never happened to me before. Oh, God. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, we can do it again. It's fine. I can't believe I botched that up. Okay, he's still in position, so we should be fine. Okay, let me back up and then line this up again. That was not the correct lineup. I swear, in an actual run, that's never happened to me before. I always get the dialogue right, but that's just... That's how it goes. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm putting the controller down. And enjoy the soar through the sky as the beautiful duck migrates south to I don't know, wherever it goes for the winter.
The moon theme from DuckTales softly playing in the background.
Precisely. Now we wait. There we go. Beautiful. And now we will do the final race with the president and lose. Awesome. Just as the incentive asked for. Look at him go, the glorious president, beating me in every way, shape, and form.
But you're a duck, so you have the moral victory.
I do. Oh god, that fuel meter's awful to read. Oh no, it decreases in steps. Oh god. That's disgusting.
Like I said, a thing of beauty.
Yeah, at least the gear meter has like duck footprints. That's pretty cool. I'm just gonna go around this course. As you can see, the course image is a man playing a guitar on the map.
I am sure that's what everybody thought it was, a man playing guitar.
Yes, it's a man playing a guitar, definitely.
It couldn't possibly be anything else. There's no.
And as a
No,
reminder,
see anything else,
as a reminder, you're able to see this wonderful man playing a guitar and this wonderful race between CaveLighter and El Presidente, because we met our donation incentive. We hit our $35 goal, and so we are watching this magnificent aquatic bird majestically travel around this track. And we've got many more donation incentives that are available for you to help us meet with your donation to Fred Hutch, the charity we are supporting this Bingothon Winter 2020. So thank you for your support. We get to watch this race, and we hope to see you support us more as we have more incentives on the way.
But yes, thank you all for meeting the incentive goal. This was really fun to do. I was really excited to show this off to like the world, or that funny little trick known as the Obama skip. And I think having the duck body selected makes it all the more satisfying.
Oh, it certainly does.
We're coming up to the last lap here. Oh dear, that's not good. I'm not used to doing this race with such awful, awful tires. I forgot to put it in grip mode. That's something I should have done. Because the wing has different modes that you can set it to.
But it wouldn't be a Japanese racing game without drifting.
It certainly wouldn't. And to finish this off, let's drift around this corner beautifully while running out of fuel. Because, yeah, I've run out of fuel, so it's going to be a slow crawl to the finish. Let's go.
Somewhat poetic.
Oh no, this is awful. Oh, this is slower than I thought it would be.
One
poetic, isn't it?
eternity later.
Precisely, thank you very much. We're gonna crawl over the finish line agonizingly. Oh. What a way to end the run.
Well, thank you
What a
for
beautiful
running
way.
this game. This was a really great treat. I've never seen this game before, and this was one of the ones I was most interested in. And it seems so cool. I kind of want to play it now.
Likewise,
Well-
if I had seen this game as a kid, I would have been all over this. But was this sold in the US? Do you know?
Yeah, it was. This is the US version. The PAL version has some weird like issues, so the US version is generally the best one. And yeah, it's a really obscure game. The whole series is extremely obscure. There's more games from it that are even more like under the, I don't know how you say it, like, yeah, obscure in general. But yeah, it was really fun to run. And last year it was really good with the single bingo, and this double bingo was like 10 times more fun, I have to say. This was so good. And yeah, that was an enjoyable run, an enjoyable finish, and thank you all for watching this beautiful game.
Where can we catch you other than right here?
You can catch me on twitch.tv/CaveLighter, spelt exactly like my username everywhere else, such as on Twitter and on Discord. I sadly don't have any actual speedruns yet. I'm working on that, but it's genuinely like, it's been really fun to stream and do these bingos and everything, and I've been enjoying this past year so far. It's obviously, putting other things that happened this year aside, the stuff that I've been able to do online has been really enjoyable. So thank you all so much for being here.
Thank you for running this game.
Absolutely,
Thank
this
you
was a
for
treat.
being with me.
Glad to provide some company. All right, and with that, we will wrap up this road trip adventure double bingo, but we'll be back with a quick intermission and some Yakuza 0 up next.
All right, thank you once again for that awesome run. That Chorokyu game was just tons of fun to watch and to be a part of. Now, a reminder to everybody what we're here to do, right? We're here raising money for Fred Hutch, and they are providing all kinds of research and information towards the COVID-19 vaccines. Now, did you know that most COVID-19 therapies have been tested in hospitals on patients who are critically ill? Yet, early interventions for flu and other viral infections can reduce the severity and the duration of disease, and it can prevent people from needing to be hospitalized. Now, Fred Hutch saw an urgent need to develop and test those emerging therapies, and they could do the same for patients with early stage COVID-19. With funding from donors and other partners, they transformed a building of their campus into the COVID-19 Clinical Research Center. And that is a safe environment for scientists and clinicians to partner with study volunteers, healthcare providers, research institutions, foundations, and the biotech and pharmaceutical industry to study clinical interventions for people who are at risk of, newly diagnosed with, or recovering from COVID-19. So every one of your dollars is going towards that cause, towards helping to find cures for this absolutely horrific pandemic that we've all been dealing with this year.
Yeah, and it has it's a little special to me supporting Fred Hutch this Bingothon Winter 2020. I am a Seattle native, so I've heard the name Fred Hutch, or Seattle native. I live in Seattle now. I grew up on the East Coast, but I live in Seattle now. So the name Fred Hutch comes up a lot, when you're reading about stuff that's happening in the city, or sports teams getting sponsored, or you see ads on TV. And so it's really great to know that my donation, my support of Fred Hutch is supporting not only a local institution that does all of this great research, but also research that acts as a force multiplier for all of the work that's being done around the world on a number of different diseases. If you saw either of the interviews with Guppy, you know that Fred Hutch does everything from cancer research to viral infections to HIV and most recently COVID. And so it's so critical, that work that they're doing. And thank you so much for joining us in supporting them, both financially as well as with your presence here. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to, I think, all of the people who are benefited from this work. And that money that you hopefully are able to give goes towards a lot of different things. We're at $341 so far, which is very great, but we can definitely raise that. We've got multiple upcoming goals and bid wars, including Hollow Knight, Killer Bow to Mila, that is currently $10 in favor of Bow. We've got the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword file name bid war, where you can make a bid to decide what file names there are. We've got 2 submissions so far, Ravio and Scrapman. We are $5
Which are tied.
off. They're tied at 20-20. But you could definitely steal the lead spot with a $21 or greater donation, or support one of the ones that already exists. And even Super Mario Odyssey is $5 off being a blackout bingo, which should be fantastic. Such a fun game to watch. And your donation obviously goes towards winning one of 4 amazing prizes. We have some mugs with the Bingothon logo. You saw that video flash by on your screen. We have 2 Perlers, one of Cuphead, which just shows up right now, right as I'm talking about it, and Link and Zelda, made by Zirin, or I probably butchered their name, but fantastic little things. Yours for a $15 minimum donation, and of course our grand prize, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. A $20 donation puts you in a running for a digital copy of the latest game featuring the Breath of the Wild characters. So
I gotta say, with that game in particular, I wasn't a huge fan of the first Hyrule Warriors, but I loved the world of Breath of the Wild, and this game has sucked me in something fierce. Like, I have not been able to put down Age of Calamity since I got it. So it's totally worth getting a donation in. You win that game, you are going to have dozens, if not hundreds, of hours of entertainment out of that.
Yeah, I love the Hyrule Warriors games. And the first one was a lot of fun. I played it a lot when I was studying abroad in Japan. I played it a lot again on Switch when it got the deluxe edition, and I'm playing a lot of it right now. It's just a lot of fun. But you want to know what else is going to be a lot of fun? This Blackout Bingo co-op between Lone and Lord Mouse, coming up in just a few short minutes in Yakuza 0, a fantastic game, a bit of a wild game. It's Friday night in Europe, and it's Friday afternoon here in the United States, and it is time for Yakuza. Let's kick it over to the runners.